up, you guys? My name is Allie. Welcome to my brand new YouTube channel, Girl Power Mechanics. Please like, subscribe, and comment on this video. I appreciate it very much. And today we are working on a 2008 Toyota Tundra 5.7 engine, two-wheel drive. We are replacing the mass airflow sensor today. This is the mass airflow sensor we are replacing today. It is by Hitachi. Don't worry, you can never put it in backwards because of how it lines up right here. If you see this, there's one hole up here and one hole down here. This is where it plugs into the clip right here, where all the cords go in for the signals, for the codes for the car. You're going to need two screwdrivers, both a Phillips and a flathead. This is our Hitachi mass airflow sensor right here. It is a factory part. You can never put it in backwards because of how these two holes right here line up, and I will show you how that works in just a few short minutes. And Microflex diamond grip gloves, this is my preference. Today, the 2008 Toyota Tundra we are working on currently has poor gas mileage. Normally, this truck gets 350 to 400 miles per fill-up. This is a 20-gallon tank. Right now, it is getting less than 200. The computer is showing no codes, and the engine is most likely running rich. 2 months ago, I replaced the spark plugs, the fuel pump, did an oil change, a tire rotation, and brakes on this car. As I pull this off, as I start sliding it, it'll come off the rest of the way, but I want to make sure I have this clip off first. The clips can be hard to get, so if you can't always get it, you can use a flathead to kind of just push down on the tab and try and wiggle it out. Be careful not to hit the wires because that can damage the sensor. But I'm gonna go right here and just pull it up like so. That right there. This off. Come on. It's gotta come off all the way. I reposition where I'm at so I can lift up right here. Just kind of slide this off the rest of the way. Come on.
Make sure your air filter is not stuck.
Yes, that is another thing. That's fine. There we go. Alright, you guys, on to the next part of replacing this mass airflow sensor. I took the top half of the air cleaner box over to my little work table right here so I can see these two screws better. So we're going to go ahead and take these off like so. That was tight. Got one screw right here. It's got the little washer on the bottom of it, and this should come off pretty easily. That one was tight. We got our second screw right there. All I gotta do now is lift straight up, and this is the original mass airflow sensor right here. And then we're gonna go ahead and take a new one and put it in. Use the old one just for a couple seconds to show you guys why you cannot put it in backwards. So this is how you originally put it in. The holes line up like so. The part for the clip goes upwards instead of downwards. But if you put it in this way, the holes only line up halfway, so it's impossible to get your screws back in. And then we are going to take our new mass airflow sensor and put it in so we can get the screws back on. And then for screws, you can always start threading them by hand first and then take your screwdriver to it. That is, oh no, that's in. Just cross-threading. And then as soon as you get your first one started, go ahead and start your second one so they're both in there and you can keep track of them. And it also makes it go a lot faster than threading one and then putting in the other. Then you're gonna bring that all the way down. You wanna have them tightened until you can't turn them anymore. So in a second you'll see how I start struggling with turning it. You don't wanna turn it until you can't go anymore. You wanna turn it until it feels snug. Otherwise, you're gonna screw up the torque and it's gonna go completely wrong.
We'll strip it out.
And the screw will be stripped out entirely. I need a better angle. Before you put your air filter back in, you wanna make sure it's all lined up. And this one is pretty clean, so that's why we are not replacing it today. Go ahead and bring the top half of the air cleaner box back down. I'm gonna put it onto the air hose first and slide the ring back. Since putting it back on can create a weird angle, we took a break for about 2 seconds and got the bottom on. So we're gonna go ahead and bring that down. I'm gonna get this on first, make that all nice and tight. Should do it. Then we're gonna get these latches back on. See how this part just kind of slides over like this. Bring that one down. The one over here. Bring it up. Down. And lastly, this one right here. That last one is down. You always want to hear the click. It is pretty loud. Now we're going to get the connector back on and listen to that beautiful click. Might have already clicked. I just didn't hear it. If you think you didn't hear it click, try and pull it back up so that did not click. I don't know if it's quiet or not. And before you put the connector back on, you want to make sure it's not inside or in between the outside of the air cleaner box, because that will completely damage the wires and it will all be completely screwed up. So make sure you get all your screwdrivers out of there. And you are done. That is how to replace a mass airflow stent to you guys. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would appreciate it very much. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you.